Yeah, welcome back. We're going to be playing One Finger Death Punch 2's Gauntlet mode, which is the roguelike mode. So you have this one health bar, gets you all the way through all of these stages. You can see that tells you how hard they're going to be. And I should imagine the skull does not mean super easy. So we're going to go in, see how far we can get. I'm probably going to make a total hash of it. But here we go. One of the reasons why I'm going to make a total hash of it, we just up there. Okay, great. So one of the reasons why I'm going to make a total hash of this is basically because I got RSI in my right wrist from playing way too much One Finger Death Punch 2. That's right. So when I did say in my last video I was going to play it for 6 hours, I actually played it for 2, but did enough playing to trigger my wrist really badly. It's an old war wound. I've battled it many years to have, and the only thing I can do is rest it. So I've got to play it with my left hand instead. And it turns out my left hand is actually alright. So it's not that bad at all. So I think I do more misses for some reason. It's a bit more twitchy. Probably because it isn't disciplined like the other one was. But you know, you forget when you play enough video games. If you've done, say, a shitload of PC FPS stuff, you've been training your left hand to do the WSAD stuff, you know, for decades now, and also your left thumb does an awful lot of analog stick work on a console. So you know, I imagine the muscle memory, the training is all there. So anyway, let's duff up all these dudes. A bit more slowing time. That's handy. Well, that was very easy, wasn't it? Nothing to complain about there, apart from my one shameful miss. So yeah, so maybe left hands aren't that bad, and I shouldn't really have been afraid in the first place. That's the laser eyes. This looks like it's a right old Tonfa Holocaust. I don't remember that Shaw Brothers film. The switcheroos are getting a lot more complex than what we were seeing in level mode, which is nice to see. So I quite like dealing with the fundamental puzzle of how to prioritise those dudes. Whether to defer them all to one side. That's where... what's this all about? Well, let's keep... Oh, yeah. There we go. I do not like those bits. I don't really see the point in them, to be honest. I can see how they're trying to break up the flow, but what the beauty of OFDP is that relentless flow that you can get if you're really good. That was the whole point. That it never stopped, unless you got like some wicked ass finisher. Bit of a dull brawler. It's a nice slow brawler as well, but then the game speed is come down quite a bit, so I've been losing recently. So obviously I've done a few of these runs, and losing these runs is killing the game speed. So you can whack it up manually if you want. We can do that for lols in a few secs once we dispatch these last two dudes. So I think it was literally you just press plus on the keyboard, should ramp up the speed. But I don't know why you'd want to do that in battle, because that would be a manual dexterity challenge all of its own. No, it's not working. Must be a different plus. But I did find that. I found it in the options. It's got alternate controls that are a bit more suited to a left-handed person. And they didn't work either, so God knows. Eat it! There goes the club. You can join my club. And maybe I should have made a Saint Etienne reference there as well. To keep up my 90s realness. But I think that's another one of the best things about OFDP is that you could have been playing it in the 90s. It's that amazingly pure game design. I mean, it could have been an 8-bit game. Not without all the gloss. I mean, how you could have played it on a Pong machine, maybe. I don't know about that, actually. That is taking the piss. But in fact, maybe it would have been brilliant on a Spectrum. Boom! You're rubbish! Again, that one miss. just missing out on my part. I think we're going to skip past this one. Here it's got these little icons which refill your health. But who wants to really go into a horror land of death like that? So early. Especially when I've got 8 bars there. And that's kind of going to be okay. Oh, what? That was a somewhat unexpected lead there. Yes! You didn't like that, did you? Oh, and the laser eyes trigger yet again. And it's a bit annoying that you can't really get indications of when your power-ups are going to trigger. I don't know. It doesn't actually tell you in the power-up screen how many hits it is. Because even though I frequently remarked that I never kept track of deep impact in OFDP, I had a vague idea that it was every 35 kills. So you could kind of keep track of that yourself quite easily. Oh, God blimey! That was incredibly quick. We're mincing up these guys, aren't we? Come on. Right, another mob round. Best type of round. Come on. I suppose those fight counts are quite low. Oops. Hey, there's some health. Thank you. Chop up the boss. A bit of axe action. That's a good range extension to the axe, actually. Oops. This is all a bit. Oh, that got quite out of hand. I was just running on Twitch there. Didn't have a clue what was going on. I was just looking at the colours and pressing the right button. Oh, was it really? I think it was a bit of a shambles, personally. Which one should we go? What's that one? That's the one where you're a ghost, isn't it? Don't fancy that much. Wing Chun? Oh, 50% smaller. We are close up today. Because if you know anything about martial arts, you know that Wing Chun is the one you do ludicrously close to your body. Extremely close-up fighting. And a small businessman I know was really, really into Wing Chun. Because it was one of the Bruce Lee styles, again. The spirit of Bruce Lee presides over Western Kung Fu fandom. God, I'm glad that was quick, because that looked like it was going to get tight as hell. Okay. Again, it's the Tonfa party. Not to be confused with the Brexit party. Then maybe it would be more fun if we had a Tonfa party in Parliament. And there goes the hurricane kick of spam. Though, to be honest, keep it going, you do have to keep up your hits. Hey! It's a kind of... and you get all these easy power-ups that are easy kind of screen clearers. And there seems to be no penalty for having them. And I do wonder... I guess the guys... I mean... These dudes, they've had... The Foops, they've had 5 years to balance this game, so I guess they know what they're doing. Is that 2 brawlers in a row? That is 2 fucking brawlers in a row. Oh no! Oh dear, someone's made an error. There's that chicken's pretty cool. We just laser beamed him. Oh shit. That is not fun. Well, it is. It's one thing with Death Punch, it's always fun. Oh, this is scary. Come on. One more dude. Whoa! And we live to see another stage. But so this is where it gets a bit tense. So, this is gonna right. I don't think I've ever played a more tense round. That didn't last long. Like I said, I never felt more tense playing One Finger Death Punch than I just did with this tiny little range bar. But there we go. You see, this is a tough cookie to crack. So I think this is where the grind might end up being if you're not into doing survival mode stuff. Because the survival mode stuff is pretty, to be perfectly honest, is an endurance sport. You'll get totally drained, especially on the restart where it starts off super slow. Nah, that's not really my cup of tea. I'll do it 2 or 3 times and then get very bored of having to do it again. Whereas this is a much more interesting challenge. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching me be rubbish at this mode, and I hope I didn't waffle too badly. So join me again soon. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.